Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about how, and I know I'm going to probably get some hate for this, but I have no intention of getting The Last of Us Part 2. And here's why. Well, let's go back to Last of Us Part 1 then, for a second. I played a little bit of Last of Us Part 1, never completed it. I've seen streamers like Catfishing play it, and I do like the story. I do like the story of The Last of Us, just never could really get into the gameplay. So, but I do think the story is pretty good. And there was a time when you could convince me to play the Last of Us Part 1. I say there was time on purpose. And then Naughty Dog, back before the shadow ban of you can talk about some parts of The Last of Us Part 2 came about, people were getting copyrighted because they were talking about some spoilers of The Last of Us Part 2. How to get my A&W root beer. So yeah, some YouTubers were having copyright strikes because they were simply talking about the leaks about The Last of Us Part 2. Now there are some YouTubers that showed the leaks in their videos or streams, and that I can't really defend them on. But what I'm defending people on is those people who did not show any images or videos of the leaked footage of The Last of Us Part 2. And YouTube kept on shadow banning. No, not shadow banning. Copyright striking, which I know if you get one copyright strike, you get your monetization and your ability to live stream goes away. So, people like Ryan from Arcade Outpost and Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers couldn't stream for a bit because they had copyright strikes for simply talking about The Last of Us 2 spoilers and how they felt about The Last of Us 2 spoilers. And they didn't even show any images. And Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers was streaming on Geeks and Gamers when he got the copyright strike. I was in that stream. As in typing. Not once did he show any images or footage of Last of Us Part 2. Yeah, he might have not been and Ryan from Arcade Outpost. They may not have been the most positive people. They might not have the positive opinions about the leaks, but they did not show the leaks. Now, thankfully, both people got their copyright strikes lifted, and it's more widespread from it happened to more people than just Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers and Ryan from Arcade Outpost. I even heard that even Sony got copyright struck. Okay, that has to be a blow. Sony, a company that's showcasing The Last of Us Part 2, got copyright struck. That should have been a message. If the massive backlash wasn't a message beforehand. So, before this whole mess, before the whole copyright struck, I was pretty open on playing and streaming, if I ever got it, Last of Us Part 2. Now, keep in mind, I am still open to playing it if it ever comes out on free, or on the PlayStation Plus, because I do have PlayStation Plus for 1 year. Or if they decided to Like, if someone decides to gift Last of Us Part 2 to me, I will play it. But will I stream it? No. No, 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 no. Our principle. I'm not going to spend my money to get Last of Us Part 2. I'm not going to stream Last of Us Part 2. Our principle. Because I do not agree with them putting strikes on channels that were simply talking about their opinions about leak. Like, they didn't even show any leaks. They just were talking about it. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you have to know that's going to create a lot of backlash, and it did. And that has turned a lot of people off. Like, or at least some people off in wanting to play the game, wanting to buy it, present party included. Now, I don't mind watching the stream, like people streaming it, but in terms of like me streaming it myself, not gonna happen ever out of principle. Me playing it is a possibility. The only if somebody gifts it to me, or PlayStation Plus says, "Hey, we're gonna have Last of Us Part 2 free on the PlayStation Plus subscription." And I do have PlayStation Plus subscription, so that's the only way I will be willing to say, okay, I'll play it. But outside of that, no, I'm not going to spend my money just to play a game that the company decided copyright strike just because people simply said their opinions about the leaks. Again, I'm not so defending the people that showed images of the leaks. I'm just defending the people that were simply talking about the leaks. That's different. And yeah, it's like my respect for Naughty Dog after that went down. Am I interested in the story for Last of Us 2? Yeah, I mean, there's reviews are saying, like the written reviews are saying, it's not the perfect game, but it's still pretty good. But then the rating system I've seen, like for 90% of them, are 10 out of 10. Like, for me, Last of Us Part 1 will be like a 7, maybe an 8 out of 10 for me. For me personally. I think it's a good game. I don't think Last of Us Part 1 is a perfect game, but I think it's a good game. My favorite game on the PlayStation 4 is Star Wars Battlefront 2. Yeah, the story for this may not be the perfect, and the multiplayer may not be the perfect. Because I would prefer Ahsoka being here besides BB-8 and PBE-9. And possibly have Ventress being Ahsoka's counterpart. Evil counterpart. But I still love this game. I still say that the multiplayer is fun. It's great. And I'm not gonna say, well, if you don't like Battlefront 2, then I'm going to report it because you were critical about Battlefront 2. No, I'm not those type of people. I acknowledge this game has flaws, but this is my favorite game. At the same time, this is my favorite game on the PlayStation 4. Hands down. That I have at the moment. Outside of Spider-Man. But Spider-Man is my favorite single-player game. This is my favorite multiplayer game. So... And here's the thing. If DICE or EA were doing the same thing to Battlefront 2, what Naughty Dog was doing with The Last of Us 2 with putting people in like copyright strikes because people were talking about leaks to Last of Us 2, I wouldn't have bought this game. Yes, it's free on PlayStation Plus, and I would have downloaded it because it was free on the PlayStation Plus, and I'm a Star Wars fan. I mean, shirt and lightsaber. But if EA or DICE was doing the same thing to this game as Naughty Dog did to Last of Us Part 2, I wouldn't have this hard copy. I literally have the hard copy right here. I would have bought it. Or I wouldn't have asked like my father to buy this, because even though I'm a Star Wars fan, and I do believe that this, in terms of like multiplayer, is like a beautiful blend between the three trilogies. Regardless if you like two trilogies, or one trilogy over the other two, or one. But yeah, as much as I compliment this, I wouldn't have bought this if EA did put a Naughty Dog with this game. I honestly wouldn't. But that's just me. And this game had some controversies too for a while, but they fixed it. They fixed all the controversies in terms of like the boxes or whatever. They fixed it. Now the only thing that I really have like some close to a complaint about to this game is that I feel like they should have Ahsoka and Ventress in here. Or they should have Ahsoka and Ventress in here before BB-8 and BB-9. If they wanted to do droids, then they should have done Chopper or R2-D2 or like R2-D2's evil counterpart that we saw him battling in the first season of the Clone Wars in here before we got BB-8 and BB-9, because more people like R2-D2 than BB-9. BB-8, I mean. More people like R2-D2 than BB-8 from what I've seen. But yeah, I would have much rather preferred Ahsoka and Ventress over BB-8 and BB-9. That's really the only criticism I have directed towards this game. But outside of that, I don't really have much. I might criticize the story mode a tad bit, but I still think the story mode is pretty good. The multiplayer is pretty good. There's some things I may have added, like extending the resurgence section of this game, but still, overall, I say this game is pretty decent. It holds its own. It's pretty good. And if you guys disagree with me with that, I'm okay with that. I'm not going to say, you disagree with that, no. But, you know. But, long story short, I'm not going to buy Last of Us 2 because of what Naughty Dog did to people who simply talked about the spoilers when it was at the time spoilers. Like, there's no need to copyright strike people if they're just talking about their views on spoilers. Now, if they showed images or video of the spoilers, then yeah, that's when I can't defend those people. That I would have to say, yeah, you're in your right, company, to to copyright strike. So I can't really defend those type of people. But the people that didn't show any spoilers, just nearly talked about the spoilers that they saw on the internet, those are the type of people that I'm defending right now. And on principle, for that reason, I can't on principle buy Last of Us 2. But if anybody streams it or plays it in front of me, I will watch. If somebody gives that game to me, I will play it. But I will not buy it. That's the bottom line. And if you get mad at me because of that, I'm sorry. But that's just me. And I would not be streaming it if I get it. Just letting you guys who follows me know that I will not be streaming Last of Us 2. For the same reason why I'm not going to buy it myself. Out of principle. So what do you guys think? Are you guys going to buy Last of Us 2? And if you're a streamer like me, are you guys going to stream Last of Us 2? And are you guys excited for The Last of Us 2 that's coming out, I think, like next week? Towards the end of next week? Let me know in the comment section below. Love you all. Be kind to one another. Have a wonderful day. Be careful out there because the world right now is crazy. And be kind to one another and love you all. And have a wonderful day. Love you guys and bye.